It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
All right. This next question is from Kevin. Kevin says, what are your thoughts on credit card churning for sign-up bonuses if you're a responsible user? Seems like an easy way to make a couple $1,000s a year with minimal effort. So I'm going to expand upon this question because this is what Kevin's really asking. Hey, I see this opportunity and I can go do this credit card thing where I sign up and change and sign up and change and transfer and change and transfer and change. Should I do that? Would a good financial mutant do that? Is that a way I should think about it? Or is there a different way I should approach and think through that type of decision making?
Kevin's a financial mutant because he asked this question.
This
is the mindset. I love the mindset because all of us, it's kind of, because I'm very similar in the fact that I remember when not coming from money, reading The Wealthy Barber and The Millionaire Next Door right as I graduated college, and I was just on fire to figure out how I could maximize every dollar that came in my control. And you can see that in all the underpinnings of what our teachings and we've done. And I commend Kevin for thinking that, but I want to, as an older financial mutant, I have a saying that immediately pops in my brain is don't get busy doing nothing.
Love it.
Because there are so many things that you will exert calories for to do, and you're going to look back later and go, what? That was a lot of work for not much incremental benefit. And this is the thing. I think when you find out that there's this opportunity of what's perceived as free money from these credit card companies, that as long as you're keeping up with it, you can bounce around, take advantage of the sign-up bonuses. And there are websites that will help you do this, treat this as a hobby. And that's fine, but there's a part of me, I think, of you, and I go back to the calories that we're talking about. If you look at what your time is worth and the calories exerted to make sure you keep this up, that you're managing, because these accounts, as you're opening up all these accounts, you're not going to want to run around and immediately start closing them, because if you do that, you'll find very quickly closing credit card accounts can have a detrimental impact on your credit rating. So you need to really think about the curation of your credit record as well when you're opening up all these credit cards. And you're not trying to set some Guinness World Record of having all these accounts, like there are people that are doing that type of stuff. Because I just think you're creating more opportunity for you to screw something up. Because what if all of a sudden you didn't pay attention to all the disclosures they're sending? That credit card that you set up to get a few thousand miles or rewards, they start charging you $95 a year for annual fees. And they charge you the annual fee. You're not running that credit card because you used that 4 years ago so you could go on this trip for free and get a hotel. Well, you didn't have that on auto pay, and they charge you interest, then they ding your credit card, because there's just a lot of things that can slip through the cracks, even for a financial mutant, that I would tell you to be careful of this siren song, because this is you've got your boat headed towards the destination of becoming a financial mutant and creating incredible success, but you hear this awesome sound from these mermaids that are trying to take you off track and get you trapped in something. This is a siren song. I would focus on, don't get busy doing nothing. Use your financial mutant skills to figure out if there's a side hustle or a way you can better yourself in your own career. Go make more money, invest more money in things that will actually earn you 8 to 10% a year, and not just, nibble around the edges. Now, I'll leave a little bit because I would focus on getting a core card. I would focus on, maybe if there's something that fits into your hobbies and other activities that benefits you, but I would not be chasing having 26 cards under my control.
Yeah, it's interesting, Brian. You just hit on something. I was on the phone with a buddy yesterday. We're about to go on a trip, and I was like, hey, I was gonna go to the ATM because I needed cash for this trip, but I got an email from Costco that said you get your annual rewards thing, right?
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
And I was like, I'm just gonna go to Costco and I'm gonna go ahead and redeem this thing, and that'll save me a trip to the ATM. I was like, what? He said, Costco just gives you money? I was like, well, yeah, I've got and he's like, you spend that much at Costco? No, I don't spend that much at Costco, but I use this for eating out or fill in the blank. And he's like, wait, what? And so I walked him through the 3 or 4 cards that I use.
Yeah. And
it was like very concise and I use this one for when I travel, and I use this one on Amazon, and I use this one for eating out. And it was simple. That doesn't take me a whole lot of energy or effort. And those dollars, those rewards do just kind of build up. if I were trying to implement this strategy where I'm like signing up for all these new ones, I just don't know that the benefit would be worth it. I don't know that you call it the cost to fund ratio, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that the utility I would derive from that would justify the additional time that it would take to do that. But you have to make that assessment for yourself. You have to determine, okay, what is my time actually worth? And is doing this a good use of my time? Or exactly like I said, could that time be better deployed towards some other activity?
Well, realize these credit card companies are brilliant. I mean, the way they make you churn through different categories by different quarters, does anybody really know what's going on? I think the only thing I remember is that the fourth quarter of every year, Discover Card is good for Amazon. That's it. I don't know any of the other categories. So I think Bo just hit on something that's very powerful. I like having a core card that gives you 2% back on everything. And then he mentioned like the Costco card is great because it gives you 4% back on like gas, even if you're not buying it at Costco.
That's right.
And then, they use it for travel. There's
3% back on like
3% on restaurants and travel, I think, and then 2% and 1%. It's a really good card in some respects. And like Bo said, it's consistent. Mm-hmm. You don't have to waste any calories trying to figure out what's the best category or card to use. Focus on that because you're going to figure out that you think you're so smart and get cute with these credit card companies by getting all these initial rewards. They are smarter than us.
That's right.
They have whole departments trying to sell this stuff to you. And I just don't want you to get trapped in something of unintended consequences when maybe you just need a few good core cards that you, by the way, are paying off monthly. You guys know we give you access to credit card use. Credit card debt is no-go land. You can't if you're running credit card debt, you need to cut them up, get rid of them, go teetotal status on them. But if you are a responsible financial mutant, use the benefits of some of the core cards. Don't get cute with it because it will catch up with you in the long term.
Love it.